have a question that came in prior to the event. What do you do if you never really think you're able to know God or hear his voice like everyone else? So what do you do when you struggle with that? Believing that maybe you can hear God like everyone else. Anyone on the panel have any thoughts or insight about that?
So I'll go first since I'm like, I do this. I'm a sound person. Remember, I carry mics in my pocket. Give me the mic. Got you. My first response would be, you're original for a reason. I don't want to hear God like you. God might scream at you. God might love you different. My trial, my circumstances, my deliverance is all because of what I've gone through. And I've gone through some things, so I want the reward. Got quiet. If I'm pressing, I want the reward from the pressing. See, some of us, we want the diamonds, but we don't want to go through the rough patch first. And so we want to look like everybody else's diamond. We want to look like a Rolex, but some of us can't afford Rolexes, and it's okay. But some of us, we don't even know that we want that Rolex. We just see somebody else wearing it because it glistens and it's on their arms. We think that that's what we should wear. But let me be honest with you. I've seen some cheap replica Rolexes, and my Apple Watch is more expensive. So I would encourage you that you have to seek God for yourself. You have to press through. The Bible says press towards the mark. There is a pressing in your relationship. Every relationship, I don't know who wrote this, but every relationship that you have that has been successful, there has been time that has been added with it. I don't know anybody that you can date that you don't spend time with. They break up with you. Y'all still quiet. That's okay. Y'all quiet church today. Any relationship that's significant in your life takes time to prepare, takes time to love, takes time to mature. Watch this, takes time to make errors. It takes time to say, man, my bad, I'm sorry, I didn't get that right. And so it takes time for me to hear your heart. And in the season that we live in, we're so microwavable. We want God to speak to us now. We want God to move right now as if God works for us. Like we employ him or something. But it takes time in his presence. The only way you're going to get to the place that you can hear God's voice for yourself is if you sit and take time in his presence. In his presence, there's fullness of joy. At his right hand, there are pleasures forevermore. So you get what you need in his presence. The Bible also goes a little bit further, and it says that the joy of my Lord is my strength, but I'm getting it from being in his presence. What I say back home all the time is, be sitting at his presence, be sitting at the feet of the king means that I can get my cake and eat it too. Yeah, I knew y'all would respond to the food stuff. Crazy. But I just wanted to encourage you all, just from my voice to you, this is the longest response that you're going to get from me today. God bless you. That you have to dive into the relationship, no matter how long it takes, no matter how rocky it looks at first, no matter if you see somebody else getting blessed or what looks like blessings, doesn't mean that it's always blessings. Just because you see a new car in a new house doesn't mean that it's a blessing from God. It could just mean that they're going in debt. Hello. It could mean that they went ahead and prepared. Hello. And so what looks like what God has for you is going to be for you, but you have to take time to hear God. Let his voice travel to your ears the way that it needs to make it there. And then there will be the reward for the pressing.